changes. So let's look at a couple reports. We have some standard reports that we've created. Like I mentioned, this is also a very customizable system, so we can create other reports or dashboards to demonstrate this. We have an executive report. Let's see, mixed teams, which is going to show things. Make sure it's the right one. Okay, so in this case here, I'm seeing overall J-file review, 14 files, 9 with errors. All 9 of them had half errors. I can go through and see what the accuracy rate is. You know, just so you can see a more comprehensive one, I have an actual executive report here with a few more people. And these are people on various teams. So if we look at how this report is set up, there were 138 file reviews. 40 of them had errors. 17 of those were file reviews with half errors, errors that affected half. Maybe the other ones were just missing documentation that didn't affect half. But as I go through as an executive, I can look at this and I can see how my team is doing. I can look in Team A. Okay, obviously Team A's got a problem. 59% accuracy versus Team B, 83%. Okay, why is this? Is it simply because of this low-performing person here, Bernard X? But if you look through, there's also nobody on this team that has really high performance. So maybe there's an issue with the team supervisor. We need some additional coaching. Maybe we have to just simply replace Bernard X. Maybe there's some reason that, you know, this person's been here a long time, still doesn't get it. Maybe Bernard is coachable. And we can find that out as we look at other reports and seeing what kind of errors is Bernard making, and in a day of training or 3 days of mentoring, can we get him up to speed? But I can also look through and see, okay, well, maybe this is somebody that's deserving of a promotion, or maybe somebody I can move over to Team A to help it out. Mario did a good number of files, 22 files, only 1 error. That error was a half error, but that's a 95% error rate. That's my highest performer on all the teams. What can I use from his skill set to kind of help my department overall? Okay, and a couple of the other reports. Let's just go back. We have a financial report. So this is going to show me what are the implications of the errors underneath this here. So in this case here, we see, as we listed, the PHA is the 5.8 itself. 16 dependents, 15 in this case here. A net error of almost $30,000 according to adjusted annual income, just in these 14 files that we're looking at. Other reports we can see would be a summary report. In this, I can go through and kind of figure out, okay, overall, where are my errors taking place? Okay, I see that I've got some problems. Got income calculation errors. No, income is perfectly fine. No, income errors there. Some issues related to, you know, household aggregates. I can go through and determine where exactly is the problems, where are we running into the problems, and how can I address that as my team through mentoring, training, or better oversight. What I was going to show you as well, so we also have the ability to build dashboards depending on the agency's need. These are some that we've come up with one of our clients, and this is an example that we could show. So in this case here, we're also taking all this information that's going through, and for the client providing, in this case here, processing time by activity, how long it's taking to do this, average days of vouchers on the street by month, average total days lease up by process by month. So whatever kind of dashboards you like, and I think these are also very nice from an executive point of view. They like to see the nice, pretty pictures. This is going to get that data and show it, whether it's the performance levels of staff, overall performance of the department, and kind of agency snapshot on how you're doing. If you have a couple more minutes, I'll show you sort of how this fits into the bigger framework of the performance portal. All right, so in this case here, I'm going to log in as a different user. So I might have mentioned that, I'll go A next in line. Everything is set up with different user rights. So in this case here, I'm logged in as an HCV supervisor. The other case, I was logged in as a quality control specialist. Somebody's going through and looking at the files. I'm going to have different information here as the administrator of the department. For instance, I've got action plans listed under me. Action plans are a way that I can keep my staff in line, I can look at what they're set up to do. I have my new employee one. I have an action plan set in here for tasks and learning that I need them to do over the onboarding period, the next 3 months. These are all the things I need them to do. As an administrator, I can figure out what tasks I want them to do, what the timeline is, what resources we can provide. And we provide a lot of these standard as well. I can set up learning paths, which are really specific learning items for every employee. In this case here, for new employee one, I've got him going under the HCB Specialist Learning segment, learning path, which includes a pre-assessment, some reading material, the Nan McKay training, post-assessment, and the certification exam. One of the nice things with our performance portal is once students take the class, take the assessments and the certification exam, they can immediately see how they did. But as a supervisor, I can also see how my entire staff did. So in this case, let me quick show you a report that I can generate from my department. I can select a few of my staff to see how did they do on, everyone took the HCB Specialist Learning Path. I can compare a pre and a post assessment. And this is helpful for me as a supervisor because I can go in and see where the strengths and the weaknesses of my staff are. So the quality control tool is one thing I can use to see how my staff are doing, but I can also be putting all their testing information in here as well to really pull out the high performers from our average and our low performers. So in this case here, I'm seeing the pre-assessment, post-assessment, so before they took the class, after they took the class, how did they do? Where are their weaknesses still? I can go in and I can look at things as a department. So overall, between all my people on my team, where are we running into trouble? Well, we definitely had issues on eligibility. We've improved it. I need it higher than that, so we're going to do a little bit of coaching. But we've got some significant problems still in calculation of assets. That's where I've got to focus my attention to get my team performing high. Get some visuals of where they were before, where they were afterwards. One of the other nice features of the performance portal itself is all the materials. No longer is there this delay of, we make the edits to our workbooks, our master books, our videos, and send them to you. They go to the shipping department. They don't go to the right person. It takes a while. These are immediately available. They also include our daily PIH alert, archived through the years. And I'm sure you've seen this before, but our PIH alert is just a quick summary of what's going on in the industry. So some stuff on rental assistance demonstration, the RAD project, the demonstration project. All our master books are on here. And again, I can, as a supervisor, decide which of my staff do I need to have which materials. But as the department head, I'm seeing everything that we have in here. So everything's available via PDF, all searchable, printable, downloadable. But it's a nice one convenient spot that we have a slow connection today. You know exactly, you can be guaranteed that you're always looking at the most up-to-date of the materials themselves. There is one other element to our performance portal that might be of interest, and this is an onboarding or a pre-employment screening application where we can help you identify the high performers before they come on. So by doing basic math, basic English, and some case studies, we feel this tool does a pretty good job in some of the HR screening, looking not just at their background, but what are their competencies and what role could they fit into the agency as well. And like I mentioned, all of these are elements of the performance portal. You can pick and choose whatever works for your agency. Like Gary had mentioned, the one that sounds like it has the most resonance for you is a quality control application. Well, down the line, if you found other ones interesting, you can always just add them on.
That sounds great. Thank you for spending some time with us.
Okay, well, have a nice day.
Bye-bye.